welcome to episode 14 of the Macbeef-Banquet AfterShow!
Damn, Miles, you got some thick waves going.
Yeah, you know how it be.
Yeah,
you know how it be.
Them waveforms.
Yeah.
So what are we doing, Miles? Today.
I think just talking today. We've been doing a lot of special episodes, so I figured we'll take a break, with this one.
Yeah.
We got special ones coming up soon.
Some special effects.
We don't just, hang out and just talk, man.
We never do that. Ever.
Yeah.
When's the last time we did one of these? A couple of episodes ago, probably, right?
We don't, though. We never really do. We always just pull up questions.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
It's not even really... They don't.
Well, what do you want to talk about, my guy?
I don't know, man.
I can share something.
Go ahead.
So there's this really cool thing.
Yeah.
I've been reading from a cinematography book. Like lights and stuff.
Oh, with the...
and there's this really
with
cool...
the BJ?
Well, that too, yes, I do. We'll mention that first then.
Okay.
Actually. So there's this thing called Juniors, I think is what the light is called. It's like a tungsten filament light, and it's called a Junior, and it's great because it's called... it's either called a Junior or it's called a Deuce. And I think it'd be really funny if you're on set or something. Well, it wouldn't be funny if you dropped a light, but like if you do drop it, it's like, oh shit, I dropped a Deuce. and then Miles brought it up where there's one that's called there's a baby version. There's always baby versions of lights, and there's a baby version of that called the Baby Junior or the BJ, which I think would be so funny on set. You're just like up bringing lights, and you're like, hey, can someone bring me a BJ? I got a
BJ.
Oh my goodness. Anyone who doesn't know about what set protocol is like or whatever, they'll show up and be like, what the fuck is going on? What did I invest my money into?
More cancel culture.
Yeah, honestly. There are some cringy terms I think they have used on set over the years, for things, and that is probably a decent argument you can get into with the film industry.
Oh, yeah.
Some terms that aren't necessarily...
Do you know of any more?
I mean, I could probably look them up, but I don't know them off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we could talk about that at some point if we want.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway...
book.
So the book, yes. So there was another thing, too, that was really cool, though. There's this thing called carbon arc lights.
Yeah.
Which are really powerful to the point that they can act as a fill for the sun. So sun obviously creates some shadows on a certain part of the face, however you look. So if Jules is in the sun and is ready for a close-up and there's shadows on the right side of her face, a carbon arc light can fill those in really well and really fill those cracks in, and what's really cool about it is there's a YouTube video I was watching yesterday on it, and I can send you the link if you want to share it in the description or whatever if you want. But it shows you how it works, and it's really cool because you take two carbons and you're just striking them together, and that just creates the flame that creates the light basically. And it's I guess one of it's one of the nicest looking lights too. They're not in use today anymore because they're really expensive.
Yeah.
But they were.
No one uses them anymore?
Not really. No, they're just so expensive to rent.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
They still have them, but they're just not really as used as HMIs or I guess maybe I don't know. Tungsten lamps like the Juniors or whatever. So they don't really use them as much, but they're really cool though, I will say. I can send you the link to see how they work because they open it up and show you what the inside looks like. The other reason why they're so expensive actually is because I guess they require an operator to make sure that the carbons line up with one another, because over time they get out of sync, so they gotta read it.
Yeah, jeez.
But it does create some cool lights, and I was because I was reading through I was reading through the chapter on lighting equipment, and that was one that was in there that I was kind of curious to see because they're not in use anymore, so there's not going to be a lot of shots out there that use lights like that, so I wanted to see what it looked like. So I couldn't find any examples in movies at the moment, but they did have the demo of what it looks like. So that was pretty cool. But
that does sound pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. So anyway, So yeah, what else did you have to talk about? What did you want to talk about?
I have nothing. But
okay.
could think of. I don't know.
How's the house doing? What do you want
house
to talk
is
about?
good. I mean,
Got
see.
some stuff set up. We got our office obviously
Set up. We got plans to shoot more videos in the corner over there.
Yep.
We got a couch to do some.
We got a love seat.
Love seat. Yeah, we're gonna
some gaming videos.
Sexy times.
with my mother-in-law.
Yeah, I mean, we will. I mean, I guess I do kind of want to talk about this. You know, just our plans for
our Death Star plans.
Because we want to
make stuff.
Yeah, we want to make stuff.
And we're gonna make stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
We got the podcast going.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you... Okay. So you want to keep the podcast, I'm guessing, because...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It's my podcast, and well, not this one. This one isn't my podcast, but the other one's my podcast.
In general, they're both of our podcasts. We just
podcasts.
Have our own editing things.
Yeah.
And I think we need more time because, like, my personal goal, I think, because we're planning on moving maybe at some point. You know, we might stay in Grand Rapids. I think for a little bit longer after you graduate.
Yeah, maybe for a little while just to get sort of our bearings and
and I
decide where we want to go.
Like, personal goal for me or for us, you and I essentially, is for us to gain some sort of audience before we leave.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's a good idea.
Because I don't want to be working. I want to, you know, at best be doing like part-time work.
Right.
And be like this is what I want to rely on for money.
Right.
Because this is our passion, you know? And
exactly. Yeah.
This is... I know it's a wish that, you know, is very hard to make come true, but...
It is, but, well, and part of it too is, like, I don't know. I guess, I mean, because I also want to start, like, our own, maybe, like, production company or, like, I don't know, get into, like, some, you know, video stuff too, for sure. Yeah, like, not just the podcast, obviously, which I know that's not what you're saying, but, like, it's all of it. But, yeah, I do agree. I want to get into more of, like, making our own stuff and putting it out there and working on that.
Because right now, it feels good to just make stuff, no matter if someone's watching it or not, because, you know, there's, like, more than 50 episodes of our podcast, because you've got, you know, the 50 episodes from the first season, and then
we got all this.
What is it, like? It's 26 that's uploaded right now, because 26 of the second season, because AfterShow is kind of like in like they're
a separate
but I've kind of clumped them together into the new season
where it's episode like 62 and episode 12 are like kind of part of the same package almost, but they are separate episodes.
But what was I saying? I was saying that, like, all of those, you know, they don't have a lot of views, and that's okay. For me, I like just making it, honestly. It's just...
Absolutely,
it's very fun to just make stuff and not care if anyone's watching.
Yeah.
But there comes a point when when you're making stuff and you want to feel some sort of accomplishment, you know, with it.
Yeah, well, and it's like... What I love about this, too, is that it puts us on a schedule. And that's something I really need, because I always love to dilly-dally whenever I get a chance. This morning, I didn't get here till like 11, because I was, you know, just taking my time, you know.
That's why I was going to call you, because I'm like, I'm fucking ready, I'm awake.
Yeah. Well, I was originally going to try to maybe come up around like 9 or 10, but I was like, you know, I know you said you wanted to sleep in too, so I was like, I'm going to give you a little more time.
I woke up at 8, okay?
No, I know, but like what I'm saying is like I was going to give you a little more time, and then that just turned into like taking time, and then I was like, oh my God, I got to go get gas too, and yeah, it just turned into that's just me making a bunch of excuses, but yeah, that's what happened. I'm sorry. I promise it won't happen again. No, but...
We need to get you on the schedule, man.
That's what this does. I mean,
how late do you stay up? Because last night you were up till 2 a.m. You were later than I am, and I had work.
Okay, actually, no. I woke up a little bit.
Okay,
I was asleep.
You woke back up.
I went to bed at like midnight though, so it's not much better.
You don't even work that late.
I know, but like I just want to do other stuff and learn sign language and.
Are you learning sign language?
Well, actually not really as much, but that's just an example.
I'm trying to learn sign language. When was the last time you learned? Oh, about a couple of years ago. I'm still learning it.
What sign language, John? I don't know, but like, I do stay up pretty late.
You do.
I do need to get on a better schedule, but like, I don't know, I'm cool. No, I don't know. I don't have an excuse.
Okay.
But yeah, but back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
The podcast does keep me on an editing schedule. I'll say that, I guess, because it's like, I don't know, wanting to be like a cinematographer. It's like editing isn't really like the thing I necessarily want to do.
Yeah.
But I recognize also that it's necessary for what we're wanting to do. At least right now, until we can start, unless we start something up where we get an editor.
Yeah, and that's, eventual goal.
Right. Unless, or I mean, I don't know. Do you want to edit stuff a lot?
I think, in particular, this is, I've got plans. I've got plans on plans. They're multiplying.
I got plans. They're multiplying.
I think, for us to start, once we start making having an audience and, making some sort of revenue, I think having someone to edit the podcasts is a good start.
Right.
So that we can focus on other things.
Yeah.
Filming, just other things. I think that would be a good start to have people have, even if it's just one person could do both.
Absolutely, yeah.
Honestly.
It'd be, I don't know. It would be a little bit of a workload, but like they could definitely do it in the weekend. Or, if they had to. And
I was thinking about asking, I don't know what you thought, but our friend, the one who's coming downstate this weekend, who draws, I hope you know who I'm talking about. I don't want to have to mention the name.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering, trying to ask one of our friends if they could do like a thumbnail for us. Just to see,
I like that idea.
With, like gaming videos would be a good one to start with. Just doing like one. I don't know. What do you think? Because
I like that idea. I like that idea a lot because I want to involve our friends in some way sometimes.
Yeah, because we
need
to
have like a full-time thing.
I know,
yeah. Whatever, obviously, but yeah, I like that idea though.
Yeah, because I mentioned before with you anyway. Maybe I shouldn't actually mention. I won't mention. Never mind. But we have a mutual friend who isn't doing anything, and I want to help them. Just find something to do.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do is like have help and help someone else.
Exactly. Yeah. Make sure it's like a mutually beneficial, like almost business agreement. But like, not really business agreement because they're not really right now. Anyway.
Yeah. And we would obviously compensate the person.
Right.
For drawing the thumbnail or whatever.
Yeah.
Just seeing what you thought about that.
I like that idea,
because if we do start making gaming videos, I think I want to ask that person.
Yeah, and that could very well, even branch into if we start gaining more of a following and things like that, more, things for that person and other people that we get involved. So it's like,
because
I absolutely think that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's just what I want, but because we want to. I mean, I don't know.
We can talk about that more after the podcast, but because I do like that idea. But yeah, I like that. I like that as a goal for us too. And it's like, I don't know how long do you want to do the podcast for? I mean, it'll change, I guess, depending on what we go and what we do. But like, we want to try to continue to do this like when we move out of here and leave or whatever we go.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, we can continue to do it as long as we want to. I think. For me, I'll keep doing it until I die. Mm-hmm. That's just the kind of person I am. Like, I won't stop. So if for you to say like, hey, I think we should take a break, you need to let me know that. Yeah. Like to know like, hey, I think we should take a break, or maybe we stop and try and focus on other stuff. You need to let me know, because I'll just keep doing it until I'm in my grave.
Yeah.
So, because that's my mind is like, we should just keep going until there's nothing left. So, the podcast is good, I think, for us. Just a good starting point to start making stuff, because as you said, it's a good way to start a schedule. I had Lost my train of thought. Hard to come out of schedule. But I could. I found it. I can see how the podcast could get in the way of things.
Maybe a little bit, and that's where I think having a second person or third person, I should say, to help us out.
Yeah.
Where because it's like this would be at most in like the way things are going like an hour and a half for us. To record, and then they just handle it.
Yeah, and then just take it over from there and get it all ready.
And then we can that way we can. That would help a lot because that way we can still try to do it, but like also we'll focus on our other things. And it's like, I think once we start here in a little bit, like in the next few making stuff,
yeah,
we can see how that goes too, and like how much of the schedule. Not that like what we're planning on doing is necessarily what we're going to be doing all the time anyway, but like because it'll always change depending on what we're doing. But yeah, I agree. In some respects, I think it can be a little bit limiting. Just because it obviously takes time to record the podcast or whatever, but it's just like thinking about it's like you said about wanting to quit, or eventually just focus on
having this be we're getting paid for it
and all this.
Yeah,
this and then our freelance whatever work or that we want to do or narrative stuff or whatever. Like is our focus. It's just thinking about like how much time you want to devote to each thing, And that's like what I think of. That's kind of like how I think about it too. Like in terms of like delegating time. So like how much time we have any given week to focus on this or this.
Yeah.
And like so like and that might be part of why I stay up so late actually probably because I'm like I need to focus on this and this and delegate time for this, even though I should be sleeping. Like I'm like so much worried about like making sure I'm giving time to these other things.
Yeah.
And then when that doesn't happen, I'm like trying to make sure I sacrifice whatever I need to get more time for those things. And not just learning sign language, but like you know what I mean though, like working on music videos or learning about lights or
and
it's like.
It's also, you have school, so you do have limited
more. Burn that bitch to the ground.
You have maybe more limited time than I do. I don't know. I have like
but you've got work too.
40-hour work weeks is what I have.
Right.
So and that's like late at night. So I get to bed like 2. I think is going to be like 2:30 by the time I'm asleep. I wake up, my body is still going to be an early riser, so I will
will not about your internal clock. I feel like you've got a good sense of all that. I used to, but over time I've conditioned myself not to anymore.
Well, I don't get a lot of sleep though, because my body just doesn't want to go back to sleep once I'm up.
Yeah, it's like
so it's hard for me.
Very difficult. Yeah.
Because I got up at like 7 the other day and I was like so tired. It was the day we were watching Borat. That I had said I had woke up early. Yesterday. I hadn't set an alarm, so it was just me being awake early. Yeah. So it had nothing to do with you.
Okay.
I wanted to make that clear as well, because that was not your fault. That was just me being me.
Okay. But yeah, what were we talking about?
What were we sucking about? Each other's cocks.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
You're just talking about filming
time
and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask you about. Like, well, I guess, so looking at that, like wanting to transition to
making
more stuff and focusing less on work. Like, I guess I don't know.
How will we transition?
And also just like, I don't know, because this is something like that's difficult to talk about. I feel like with like mentors or like people I look up to in like the industry is like money, like the business side of it, and like talking about money because it's like a thing we have to talk about or like think about.
It's important.
And it's like I guess I don't know, like what how do you see like what is like not necessarily like what your plan is yet because like you don't necessarily have to have one even right now, but
goal,
like what
perhaps?
do you how do you imagine kind of like what do you think
us making this work?
Trying to make it work for everything, not just the podcast, but like
Yeah. Again, it's
movies and even commercials.
I think. So here, I think we are a little bit different mindset. Like I'm kind of more YouTube focused, I think.
Okay.
And that's totally okay because I still want to make films, but right now I think I am more focused on like the YouTube stuff, gaming videos, making the funny YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. Of course, I still want to make short films, but like my mind is not on that yet.
Okay.
Because how I think it's gonna work, like how my brain is seeing it, is we make the other stuff work. Mm-hmm. We, try and get an audience with this, mm-hmm. and we use that money to start funding our production company and short films. And, we have the money maker. I know it sounds like we're fucking business people, but that's what it's going to be. They're going to be easy to make, easy to edit and put out, and, easy to digest and watch, so that we can divert more time into the longer projects, the short films, the eventual feature films.
Yeah. Not that we don't want to do games, but I guess like the things that I really want to.
Yeah, it's essentially what our careers are going towards.
Yeah.
And the other stuff is kind of more sideline, hobby kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like they're still fun to make, and I find them almost more enjoyable, but then it comes back to like, this is the job,
This is the way.
This is the way.
You know the way.
That's just how I see it, is that, we start trying to focus more on making live action stuff. Mm-hmm. We've got a whole pile of shit in the corner right now that we're going to film with. Gaming videos, we try and gain a following. That's kind of the point I'm trying to get at, is we try and gain a following using this as our vehicle, mm-hmm. to
vroom, vroom,
make...
bitch.
Yeah, what?
Vroom, vroom, bitch.
Yes. To, use as a stepping stone for making films. That's just me. What about what do you think about that?
There's some thick boys. Now that's the waves I'm looking for. Where the fuck have you been all this time? Looking at my computer, not yours. Although I can make waveforms on your mic too a little bit. They're just not as thick.
Hey, Macarena.
Hey, Macarena.
Yours are not as thick. It's because yours is quieter.
Thicky boy, yeah, and that's okay. Just don't want to overload the system. See, it's not even peaking. Damn. Oh well, that peaked it.
I peak everything.
You just have like a richer voice than I do.
Rich.
See, look, mine just doesn't really want to fucking acknowledge anything. It's like I'm not even talking. Anyway.
That's why you are quieter whenever whenever I'm doing the podcast. What were you gonna? Okay, we were. I was asking you.
I'm delaying the inevitable.
I know.
No. So just like what my thought process is, or like.
What do you think about that? Like,
it's like. I don't know. I guess like. One thing I do think about is like I kind of get wrapped up in thinking like what if we don't make a following? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like because it's like with you the way YouTube works, especially now that a lot of people do it. Well, maybe not quite as much because of Corona, I feel like, but
I think there is.
But like, there's still a decent traffic of like, or like not traffic, but like, there's a decent amount of creators out there, mm-hmm. And it's like thinking about it, like you got to think too about like just like the sheer volume of people you have just to make a decent amount of money, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like it's just something I think about sometimes. Not that like I don't think we can't.
I agree. But, I totally agree with you. It's I understand.
It's like I don't know. So I do think about that a little bit, and like. I guess, I don't know, I'm a very detail-oriented person, and if I don't know, like, exactly, like, what everything is going to look like, or mm-hmm. can look like, and, like, how to navigate it best, like, I have to think of, like, backups and things like that, or mm-hmm. or take it slow, kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah. And, like, so I guess that's why I think a little bit, too, about, commercial work and things like that, and like what alternatives there could be mm-hmm. starting to get towards like cinema. Mm-hmm. That's like I guess what I want to do, or I want to focus on personally. Mm-hmm. Over eventually, anyway. Not that I don't mind doing, obviously, like the videos we're doing, like some of the fun stuff. Mm-hmm. building Legos and making me look like a zombie and all that jazz.
Well, that video hasn't come out yet.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Has the Lego one come out?
Yeah, the Lego came out already.
Anyway,
it's fine.
But yeah, so what was I getting at? Commercial stuff. Yeah, so like, because like eventually, yeah, I do want to make our films and stuff, and like, but like I also don't want to go to like LA or anything like that, and it's like that's like, or even maybe New York possibly, like like so those are like kind of like two of the like ends or whatever, like the spectrum to like go to like dive into like the actual movie making stuff or whatever.
You said you don't want to?
I don't think I really want to. No.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you can do that, but like I just feel like I don't want to be like that. Where I just have to focus on it, give everything to that, to where I'm like, just like everything all in just for the sake of that, just to maybe get somewhere, because it's like I've even heard stories about people that go out there and try to make their way up to cinematographers or directors or whatever, and are still grips or light gaffers and things like that. And I guess I wouldn't mind being a gaffer, but like I don't know, I just don't want that.
It's not what you want to do. Yeah.
No, it's like I want to tell stories and things like that, and have experiences that I don't think I would get in LA, in New York, or maybe even Atlanta. I don't know.
Yeah, and with what we're doing, you don't need to be in LA for it.
Exactly, and like.
I think it's good for connections. That would be what one of the only reasons I would move there for, is like for the connections.
Right, and that's the same thing with like even film schools right now. Is like I would say those connections. Where I'm meeting people, and that way if I'm down the road, I'm like trying to get a job, and I meet one of my college buddies, and they're like, hey, he worked pretty hard on stuff in school, whatever, and they can recommend me. But like if I'm not gonna do that, it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to focus on going out there or anything like that.
And that could be part of the difference between us, is that I never did film school.
Right.
And that's kind of why I'm more focused on this stuff. Not focused, but you know what I mean.
Right. Well, and it's just like, because I feel like I've probably had sort of a taste of like what a film set would be like too, and like knowing how fun that can be too.
Yeah, and I haven't though. Like that's the main difference.
Yeah, and it's like, But if we can get there, and when we get there, we will get there. Damn it! God forbid a terrible accident. I just jinxed us. No, but we'll get there. But until then, I'm always urinating.
Urinating.
Urinating. I had like a tinkling sound effect in here. Just me talking into the mic. It's like that's going on in the background. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's like, now that I've had a taste of what filmmaking is like, I'll always urine for it. No, but I don't know. I do want to get back to that at some point. But it's just like weird, because it's like I want it to be on like a small enough scale where it's like mainly us and like a couple of the people, I guess. So maybe, but like you
that's what I want.
But like I don't know if you really, but at best you do that for small budget features. You know what I mean? Like that's like I guess would be the top tier for like a small group.
That's what I want though. Like that's kind of what I would rather be making than big budget things. Yeah.
Because once you get into like, because otherwise you get back to like the whole LA New York thing where you're getting big into bigger budgets and stuff. And it's like I guess that's what's necessary for the high end production stuff, but. I don't know. I just at least right now.
If we get there, we get there. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know. And there's more than one way to get there.
There is more than one way to skin a cat.
There's one. I was gonna say there's more than one way to skin an Eli. You beat me to it. Yeah. So.
Sorry.
You're good. There is more than one way to get there. And I guess it's just deciding what we think works best for us.
I was gonna. God damn it! I keep forgetting what I'm. Oh yeah, another one of the reasons why I'm not as focused, I think, is because I've been focused on this stuff.
Right.
Like we have not made a short film in quite some time.
And part of that's just the distance.
The distance, and also we filmed some stuff, which I have to work with you on. I think at some point we'll have to talk about that.
Oh yeah. We do gotta get back to that. I actually just like yesterday started looking again.
Took a look at it. You looked at it.
Well, not even that. Just the stuff, like all that.
I'll have to censor that out.
Yeah, well, you can, or not, or don't. You know, we'll never know.
Okay.
Maybe it'll never get released to the public.
I'll probably forget.
Yeah,
we have made some projects that never got released.
We have, exactly. So it's possible. It's entirely possible it won't be released to the public, and that's fine.
I hope it does, though.
I've been working on the audio a lot right now, so well, not right now, but like as of like yesterday.
Yeah.
Like yesterday or the day before I started working on it again. But where did we go from where? How did we get there?
I was saying that I haven't worked on a short film in a while.
Yes.
With you at least, because I made those 2 short films.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun, and I made the first one, and I was like, God damn, I want to make another one, so I made another one.
Right.
And that's part of it. Like,
another one.
I need to be in that mindset of making things.
Right, and that's where
I just haven't made something in a while.
Well, it's because we said that the podcast was kind of like a schedule for us, and that's good too. But it's like, yeah, you also gotta think too about like devoting time for that
for
and
other things,
other projects, and that's where we can get into those short films or something. And part of it too is just like what we want to say almost sometimes with the short films or particular projects.
The short films take more time.
Yeah.
And that's as I said, those
these
the fun videos, we'll call them just fun videos. Our live action videos, they're just fun and very easy to shoot, edit, and put out.
Yeah.
But with short films, you got story, you got filming, got editing after that.
It's like a conveyor belt versus like handcrafting something. You know what I mean? Where
yeah, you're right. Actually,
devote more time. Where like, not like it's not like we're just like
shitting them out.
Whatever, just like whatever, without even looking at it. But it's like, it's a lot easier to do that than it is to think about everything for a short film.
Mm-hmm.
So, because there's so much that goes into making it work. And it's like, I mean, there's people that do like the West Michigan thing, too. They just kind of make like movies here with their buddies and stuff, like as they're doing stuff, and the other thing I've looked at is like people turn to like teaching too. Even not that I think I want to do that, but I shouldn't be responsible for shaping young minds. But
probably not.
No. But what was I saying? Yeah. So like, and so some people do that too, and it's like where you can even work with people that are hanging out here that have done like art production or art production, like production designers or art directors, things like that, or sound designers and things like that. So you can have people in the area that sort of know stuff and can help with that. So there is that is entirely possible to do, like even here. And let's say we move even to Atlanta or someplace wherever, we can definitely find probably people there too.
Yeah.
If we want to, if we need to.
Yeah. I agree. It's gonna take time, honestly.
It is, and it's. I don't know. And thinking about it too, I have to also recognize that like, it really is. If it's gonna be a career, it's something we really have to work at and make a career out of it. Instead of like one of those things where we work like a 9-to-5 job and then you go home and
because that's what it feels like
with your family.
Yeah, we're very laid back with what we're doing right now, and I kind of want us to be more focused on this.
Where it's actually the thing we're doing.
And I don't want to I still like I keep thinking about it. I don't want to step on your toes with school. Because I know that you have homework, you have shit you got to do. You probably don't want to be editing all day long, that kind of thing.
Well, not really. It's not my thing. It's I don't know. And part of it is like, part of it's like I have to recognize too that like I don't like to edit because my attention span usually isn't that great for that sort of thing. Yeah. But it's also the case with some other things, and like I have to recognize too that like I gotta be able to focus sometimes too, And maybe editing is not going to be your thing though. Maybe you need to kind of pick up something else then. Right. Well, it's like and that's what I want to focus on. That's what I want to focus on, production, not post. Where I'm on set, I'm lighting things, I'm making sure the camera's good and exposing everything properly, and making sure the color looks nice and everything, and it's shot well enough that in post they can really do some amazing stuff with it.
Yeah.
Or not hardly even touch it and it looks amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because I'm just so fucking amazing. Jesus Christ.
I was listening to the Halloween stories. I was laughing when you were like, or no, what was it? You were like, Eli was scratching at the door. And you're like, yeah, I got it, babe. And you're like, oh, my fat cock. Just like, damn it, Miles.
Oh God, so my fat cock.
Yeah, so like editing, isn't my thing, and I want to be on set and doing that because that's like the most exciting, I guess. And at some point, I feel like I gotta recognize too that there's other things that go with the job you just gotta do sometimes, you know, where maybe I don't have to edit all the time, but sometimes I gotta really buckle down and focus on a project or something, or to make sure that it's done, on time.
Yeah.
And delivered, because that's a big thing too, is making sure that it's done and it's delivered by the deadline too.
Yeah.
And not just for like clients or commercial work, but even what we want to do if we're trying to get something out by a particular time.
That's what I'm.
Another thing.
Yeah, I want to try and not nail into you, but I want to help. I want to help you with scheduling. I think trying to get a good schedule, because for me it just comes naturally. Like for the podcast. I'm just jerking off right in front of you. I'm just so fucking hot. No, what I'm saying is, like, with the podcast, I try and just get it done as soon as I can, which is Saturday. I get it done Saturday if I can, and if not, Sunday. And that's during the day, Henry, not at midnight.
Okay, but like, I don't know. I just like, I'm like, I'll get to it tomorrow. I don't want to do it until I feel pressured to do it.
You don't. I hate that. I would hate that feeling.
I don't know. It's like. It does, I make it feel like work, even though it should be fun. I don't know.
I know it's not fun
because it's like, and that's the thing about editing is like, I don't know.
I guess for me it is a bit more not so much fun, but like comes a little bit more naturally almost. I guess.
Where you just have an easier time with it, probably. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Because it's like, I don't know. Well, part of it might too even just be like, what we're trying to get out of it too, because maybe. I don't know, maybe you feel more satisfied with the end product, and like I'm just focused on
trying to get it done,
doing it, and then letting someone else finish it. You know what I mean? Where I want to do my part and then just be done, sort of thing. Yeah. And maybe I don't know. So maybe there's just a difference in mindset.
I think that might be what it is, because like with our live action videos so far, I've been not like super proud of them, but proud enough where I was like, I think I'm proud enough to release this. And then I look back and I'm like, okay, I could have done a lot better, honestly.
Right.
And that's,
even though it was perfect.
They weren't.
They were great.
And that was something I was going to ask you, like if we start filming more, fun videos or gaming videos, am I going to be able to it sounds bad, but am I going to be able to trust you, essentially?
That's a good question.
To start to help edit and, take some of the workload.
I mean, yeah, that's a valid question, because like I don't know, I don't really. I mean, well, you mentioned too about school.
Yeah, and I understand, and I'm trying to recognize that. Yeah, that.
But like on the other hand too, it's like I'm not really like. I don't.
You're not working on it all the time.
Not necessarily. No. Yeah. Not like.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is sort of sad.
Hey yeah.
Hey yeah.
That was that. Fuck.
Sorry.
You're good. School. School is like.
School.
I don't know. Unless it's like cinematography or something like that I really want to focus on. I mean, like I'll get it done or whatever. But like I don't know. I also want to focus on this. You know what I mean? Like. Because like after I'm done with school, I mean, there's our internship class where I might get something, but like I don't know if I can, necessarily want to take it unless it's something maybe in the area and I can focus also on our creative work. You know what I mean? So like I want to find a balance, right, where I'm actually focused on this too, though. You know what I mean?
I want like
it's not all about school necessarily. Yeah. It's I gotta get it done and get things figured out so that I can get that all set and done, but. But at the same time, I want to focus on this too.
But you're like, aware of like when, I have time to do this, I have time to work on school. Like you're aware, like you're
definitely aware of it. I just don't take heed of that. I know my deadlines. I'm like, I'll get it later.
Okay.
Which is never a good mindset. But It's my flaw.
Okay.
One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Because it's like, I don't know. It's like also, just... I gotta think about what I'm trying to say. Where were we going?
Responsibility, school.
Responsibility, school, yeah.
You just repeated what I said and then said, yeah.
Yeah.
Responsibility, school, yeah, no, I got it. Yeah.
Again, there's something in face. I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
All I want is for you to be responsible, I guess.
Yeah.
Have good is to be able to know when you can work on this stuff, because this is like, I don't know how your priorities work. If it's like the third, I kind of hope it's the third, and like
where
school, work, and then this, or if it's somewhere else. But I don't know.
Well, work will always be third.
Okay, you don't give a shit about work.
Because right now I am okay if I like
don't work.
Well, no, I mean like.
Oops.
I don't know, like. I know I've got support if I need it, absolutely. So I guess that's kind of like my mindset. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna try to stop working or quit or whatever.
I would hope
I'm still
not.
trying to make my way or whatever and pull my weight, but it's a means to an end. So like I'm not gonna want to be selling car parts in 20 years.
You think I want to be scrubbing toilets for the rest of my goddamn life? No.
I didn't say that, Miles. I'm just explaining what I'm trying to...
I know. I understand. I understand.
Why, it's my third, and this is probably second. But right behind school.
Okay.
Sometimes even first, if I'm being honest. But that's just because I don't know. Well, part of it's obligation to you, or not obligation, but like, because I want to make sure that, we're getting everything done on a consistent basis for this, but also because, it, like I said, it's the schedule. I will say, being able to consistently upload has felt nice to where I can consistently upload every Monday. That with only a few exceptions where it's maybe a little bit later that day, but still still the same day. And I will say that is nice to know that I'm actually put that out there, because it's like... Yeah,
I mean, that's... I'm actually proud of you. I'll say that. I'm actually proud of you for doing that.
I know. I'm like...
doing something that I've been doing for weeks and months.
I know. It's fucking great, because I was like... I literally put that in the fucking description because I'm like... Now both of us are trying, and not just Miles. There's 50 fucking episodes where it's all just you editing and shit. Oh, man.
I mean, I did not I'm serious though. Like you do put work in for your episode, like more than I ever did, really. Not more than I ever did, but
it does. I also do feel like that I'm just not being efficient with my time too, because it's like I get it done, but like it takes a lot. I'm like always like by the end of it, I'm like, I could have done this so much faster if I just focused. Like, you know what I mean? Where like I could definitely be more efficient, but I do try to, for the most part, like put make sure it's all synced up, and I'll actually this makes it sound like I'm think you don't, but like I know you do too, but like I don't know, I'm going through the timeline and making sure it all sounds good or whatever, and not the whole episode, but just different parts. And
I was gonna say I don't listen to the whole episode unless it's like something I have to heavily edit, like our Harry Potter episode. Or
sometimes I'll listen to a good deal of the episode if I'm trying to think of a title, but that's about it. Like and then I like putting things at the end too.
Can I be honest with you? Like I hope that I'm not not trying to hurt feelings, and I don't even think it's about hurting. It's not I don't think it's going to hurt your feelings, honestly. Was something this has bothered me for a while, and I just want to get off my chest. Do not look at me like that.
What's up?
I had mentioned earlier, and this is just me being nitpicky. I'm an asshole, I know, but you could have left him.
They're not even. Don't even mention.
They don't even know what's happening. Yeah.
They don't know what's going on.
He touched my cock.
Miles, fucking told you not to tell him. Kick your fucking ass.
What was I saying? Oh yes. I had mentioned that like before I had asked you to do the podcast. I had mentioned that I was gonna be like, okay, for the next season I'm gonna like just put the Mac Pod, so it's easier for titling the episode, and then also I was just gonna title it the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do for the podcast if I did still do both of them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's just what I was gonna do. Mm-hmm. But once you started your thing, I was like, "I'm okay. It's your thing. I'm not gonna say anything."
I'm gonna keep it the way it is.
Yeah, no, go right ahead, please. But like that, I just wanted to say that because I like. We'll see. No, I just wanted to say that because I was like, I've been thinking about that, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Miles, stop thinking about it because it's like it's not your thing anymore. But
let it go, Miles. It's not your baby.
Let it go. Let it grow. What were we talking about before that? Oh, just responsibility and stuff.
RSBCT.
Yeah. That is not how you. It's not how you spell responsible.
Oh shit. Hi, I'm Jared. I'm 19, and I never learned how to read.
Jinx.
You owe me a soda.
No. What? Oh yeah. So.
That's a good Jared Leto impression.
Yeah, it was, dude.
I did it. There's teeth on my hand.
There's teeth in your pussy.
In your vagine.
In your vagine.
Nazi vagine. Instead of vagine.
Yeah.
Continue. Responsibility, things like that.
I was just saying. I was gonna ask. Because for the gaming videos in particular, for the gay videos, our videos about us being gay. I don't want to make it like a daily thing. I don't want it to even be like a every other day thing. No, weekly maybe.
Probably more like monthly.
They're so easy to make, dude. Maybe. No.
Try monthly.
No. I want us to
biannually
try a weekly basis for the gaming videos in particular.
Okay.
Because literally all we have to do is sit down, record for like an hour, edit and release them. Do not.
That's what you did.
I know.
An episode you did that.
Yeah, I know. And for like the live action stuff, the fun videos, I want them to be, because right now I've been trying to keep them monthly. And maybe if you take one and I take one, we do it every other week, maybe.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good idea.
Just for now, at least.
Let the record show that I thought it was a good idea.
That I thought of it and it was my good idea.
Yeah, I thought of it and it was my idea.
And I think it'd be good as well to see if your editing is better than mine, because I just don't think my editing is good.
I know
when it comes to live action stuff, the live action videos.
I'm good at like pacing and like the timeline. I know that.
Yeah.
But like I don't know.
Because I will leave more in than I will cut out, honestly. Yeah. And I wish I didn't, but.
It's like I don't know. It's like it's weird. It's like there's no like way to describe it. You just gotta like feel.
Yeah, it's about I know.
Yeah, maybe if you tried pacing to maybe if you tried editing music videos, that might help, because it's like that's where you like really learn to feel the tempo of the song and match the cuts with the timing.
Oh yeah.
So like you could maybe try that and start, and even just looking at like, because like I'll look at a shot and be like, okay, I'll pause it like when I think it needs to be cut. I'll be like. I'll go right there and I'll pause it, like press space forward, pause it, and like clip it to that point.
Yeah.
And I can always drag it and then drag it back out if I want it a little bit longer. So like that helps with my pacing, but everything else is like, and I know how to do like
basic
everything else
editing.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Like I can do kind of some color adjustments maybe. Audio I can probably handle, usually not too bad.
Yeah.
But. Part of it's just taking the work. The video I mentioned that I was working on just yesterday or whatever, or the day before, like a lot of the stuff I just have to do with that is just going through each take and just making sure I kind of minimize some of the hiss in the background or something. And it's like I can do it. I just like I said, I don't know. I don't focus as well.
Yeah, and I don't even know how to do that stuff because all I have is just basic shot cut.
Yeah. I would. What I was talking about too, I was just like editing it in
Audacity, yeah. Background noise.
That.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's just a couple of clips where it's just like the fridge is running in the background.
You better go catch it, dude.
A wine and dine.
Better go catch it, dude. Your fridge is I
was waiting for that to turn into real laughter.
No, it's not funny.
That's not funny.
It's not funny.
Because you're smiling.
That's not funny.
That's not funny. That's not funny. It's not funny. Is that a bomb?
Yeah, dude.
Miles. Stop. That's some good sound effects, bro.
I wouldn't be able to continue my job if I was smoking.
Hey, my computer went back to normal.
What does that mean?
It means the time is regular.
Oh, good. Probably because you connected to the internet.
Probably. 3:57.
Yeah, we should probably be ending soon.
We're at 50 minutes.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll call it.
And about another 10 minutes. We gotta get to an hour. We're almost there.
You want to?
Yeah.
Do you actually do, or are you just trying to fuck with me? Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I mean, just a little bit extra, but it's okay. It'll be good.
Okay.
Just 9 more minutes. At least that's how long I've been recording. Yeah, 9 more minutes. There we go. Okay, anyway. 9 more minutes of the podcast, guys. You're welcome.
Blame Henry.
Ha! This is terrible. It's my fault. Yeah, I'll take that.
The rest of the last 9 minutes, if it's terrible, blame Henry,
just
please.
Blame me, okay? It's good.
I just put loud blaring noise.
The quality is just so bad. You're mixing up audio and shit.
I put the sensor noise just through the whole 9 minutes and just here, blame Henry.
It's super fucking overplayed and shit. It's super loud.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, we've been talking about the future of our podcast, and other things. Our brand, yes.
Our brand.
Is there other things you want to get into?
I don't know.
For
I'm joking.
For other, I don't know.
Hold on.
Oh my god, bro.
That's good.
Still recording. Oh my fucking god, bro. I'm a fat cock.
That was you.
It was me.
That was you on the podcast.
Is there other things you want to get into with? I guess just not film, but the gaming videos or live action, just the extra stuff. Yeah. Are there other interests you have besides those things that would be interesting?
At some point, it does kind of go along with maybe the live action stuff where don't stop.
It's black. I'm sorry.
Keep going.
That had nothing to do with.
ASMR. Maybe if we vlog style road trip stuff, maybe something at some point
yeah,
because I do want to explore and travel, so,
yeah,
doing something like that might be fun.
That would be cool.
Do a day trip to something where GoPros and shit and
they said go grow.
Angel Grove. Yeah.
Go groping.
Be what
Go mountain groping.
Mountain groping.
Can we rename mountain climbing to mountain groping?
Mountain groping.
You're
Let's
groping
that mountain.
Let's go grope a mountain.
Grope back mountain.
Oh my god.
That's good.
I wish that was real. So vlogging, yeah. Travel vlogs, I guess.
Travel vlogs of some kind might be fun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I don't think there's anything else. We did mention music videos at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be more actually making music first, but
yeah, I mean
after that.
Yeah, we got that one artist that we got to make
for the
production. It's in the production channel on our production channel.
Yeah.
We found an artist who is willing to let us upload their song.
Amazing voice.
Mhm. We also used his song for the Halloween special. Yeah.
And we actually survived, guys. Damn it. I thought this...
Can you not turn that sleep mode off?
Probably. I'm too lazy to figure it out.
Don't worry about it right now, though.
See, this is where my mindset comes in.
I'm lazy. I'm lazy too, Henry. I want you to know that. You think I might be a workaholic, but I'm lazy too.
Are you really? I feel like you're so much. You would handle it so much better.
I think I have a good.
Train your brain.
I think I have better time management. Is the difference?
You definitely do. Because I am I don't know. I'm like, I'll get to it at some point, and then I just never do.
How I spend most of my days before I go to work is just laying on the couch watching YouTube videos.
Dude.
That's my life.
Sexy, bro.
That is not. I should be editing stuff.
Yep, or filming yourself.
Joke.
My gosh. Yes, I wouldn't mind if you filmed it. It's good. But, I don't know. We need to have cameras on Eli at all times too. I think that'd
be good. What about, okay, I know we like, I don't know, we kind of, we don't do it now, but like a sort of, riff tracks, maybe something similar to that almost.
Race tracks?
Riff tracks.
Riff tracks?
Like Mystery Science Theater kind of stuff.
Yes. That could be good.
It would be, I don't know, it'd be interesting at least, because they're easy to make.
Yep.
Kind of, excuse me.
Sort of.
I think it's just a matter of like headphones and just recording our audio. You know?
Yeah, at that point.
Like watching it.
Yeah.
And then just recording our audio on something else.
Yeah, I like that.
So we could do that. That could be something we look into. It's not a major focus right now, I think.
Focus.
I get it, dude. Like a camera.
Like a lens.
Like my cock. I feel bad for hating on your 9 minutes, because these 9 minutes has actually been pretty funny.
Yeah, it's been good.
It's been good.
Well, it's almost like the outtakes. It's fun. Just like extra shit.
Yeah, we don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. We could just count the seconds.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do when you first mentioned the 9 minutes. I was thinking about just counting.
Just counting, yeah. All the assholes in the room.
Mm-hmm. 2.
The two of us. I don't even know that it's Volbeat. Oh yeah, I think it's Volbeat.
What?
There was a song, I don't remember. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Volbeat.
There's not much else on YouTube that you can do or make,
Yeah. You can make how-to YouTube videos, I guess.
How to basic.
How to basic.
We trash our house.
How to trash the house.
No, I'm saying how to basic trashes.
Oh, gotcha.
Throws eggs at everything. You get what I'm laying down? You picking up what I'm
getting that.
You sniffing what I'm stepping in?
Sniffing what you're gluing?
You sniff glue?
Do you sniff glue?
I sniff poo. Stupid.
Dang, that's stinky.
That's one stinky cock.
Cock. Macaulay Culkin.
Stinky cock.
That was hot.
I bet it was.
Do that again.
One stinky cock.
Nice.
It wasn't even the same thing.
It was good. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I did.
I'm so proud. So very proud.
I gotta keep track of time, too.
Yeah, you're good.
Well, I have to get ready, Henry.
But you don't have to go far, do you?
No.
There you go. You can just walk there.
I like making sure I'm early and shit.
Oh. That's something. I'm always late.
Wow. Really? Are you late to work?
No. Not always.
Henry? You need to work on yourself, man.
I'll work on myself.
I'll work on myself.
Go to work.
Well, the with JILL. That was so stupid. I hated that.
Yeah, very dumb.
Do you mean Jill? Yeah, Jill.
God. Oh my gosh. What's funny is I actually work with someone named Jill.
Oh, you work.
Stop. Oh my goodness. So is there anything else you want to say in these last 50 seconds? Actually, it probably won't be quite an hour, will it? Because we took a second to clap, right?
Oh my god, fine. Yeah.
We'll go. How about
a little bit longer?
We'll go. Yeah.
It won't be exact. We're not going to get exactly in an hour, Henry.
We are somehow. You just cut it, whatever it is.
I'm not going to.
I'll just spew a bunch of bullshit about I don't know something, and you can just cut it whenever it's an hour.
Okay. So I guess we'll start wrapping up. Henry's mom is gay. She likes to eat my sleigh. Fucking oh shit. I hit her dick. Oh fuck. I ate a duck.
Burn. Nice, you did it.
That was good, dude. That wasn't a bad rap at all. That was good.
Your mom eats a sleigh or something.
He eats a sleigh.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Great.
So yeah, I guess
Thanks
to
for listening.
every one person listening, you know,
you?
it's me.
It's you.
It's
I
me.
don't even probably listen.
I listened to every episode
All the way through.
editing. I don't listen to the whole episode.
Okay, I was gonna say, how do you find the time?
I don't. I do not listen to the whole
I mean, you
episode.
can listen on it like 1.5 times or 2 times speed, but like for one, that sounds kind of weird, and also like I don't know.
No, but I do listen to the episode after I've released it. Not immediately because I have other shit to do, but I have a list of podcasts that I listen to, and ours is one of them.
Indeed, the Macbeef-Banquet podcast.
So all I was gonna say was that I think our podcast. Not what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was I think, you know, thank you to everyone who does watch our stuff
and supports us
and listens to our podcast. Again, there's only one person listening at this point, but and that's me talking right now, listening later on. Mm-hmm. But still, we're gonna make more stuff. We're trying to make a following or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll make a movie about it called The Following.
There's a movie called The Following, isn't there?
Yeah, probably.
Or a TV show or something.
I don't know. But we'll make another one called The Following.
It's a bad idea.
Very good.
So yeah, thanks for listening.
That's it. Yes, it is a series. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's not what you thought. You thought it was a movie.
I said movie or TV show.
You said movie.
Keep watching. You know, we got.
Geekly.
We got stuff we're doing.
We're at 2 minutes.
Pay attention.
Like over.
There's gonna be music at the end of the podcast too.
Miles.
There's even more at the beginning and end.
Like time management. Like, I'm just saying, bro. This is a classic textbook example.
All right. Well.
So Miles fuck ups.
Let's leave.
Okay. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Mm-hmm. See you next week.
Yep.
Sorry this episode got serious or whatever, but we weren't fully serious. We weren't fully serious, but
no, we weren't Sirius Black.
We had a good conversation.
Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban. He did his waiting, alright.
He did what?
He did his waiting.
Oh, he did his.
In Azkaban.